In this video, I'll take you through the entire process of painting this gorgeous tabby and white cat, from the first tonal underpainting right through to those final whiskers. This piece features in my intermediate pet portrait course inside the MazArt Academy, and it's a wonderful study in texture, tone and patience. As always, I begin with an underpainting to establish my tones. I'm using raw umber and underpainting white on a canvas toned with Michael Harding titanium buff. At this stage, I'm not painting fur, I'm simply mapping the lights and darks. Using a typist eraser, I work back and forth between adding darks and lifting lights to build accuracy around the eyes and face. Because the canvas already has that warm tone, introducing underpainting white at this stage lets me push the lighter values further. It gives me that extra tonal step I need, especially for building up that chunky fur around the chest. Once the values are in place, I soften everything with a mop. Colour layers, I always start with the eyes, mixing a mid-green base and then adding slightly lighter values wet into wet. I add a touch of blue for that sky reflection and finally the highlight to bring the eye to life. For the fur, I mix 4 values, 2 darks and 2 lights. I block in the darkest tone first, using a back and forth stroke that follows the direction of the hair growth, blending as I go. On the ears, I introduce a warm reddish glow where the light passes through. And for the nose, I'm mixing a purple grey tone. For the chest, I begin by preserving that glowing rim light with my brightest white, and then move on to the shadow grey before layering in lighter greys to create that soft, natural look. Everything is wet into wet at this stage for beautiful, soft blending. For the cat's back, I work in the same way, using that underpainting as my map, beginning with my darkest values and slowly moving towards the lighter tones. While that initial chest layer is still wet, I begin to refine the shapes of the chunky fur. I do this with slightly lighter greys, pulling them in the direction of the hair growth, so that the strokes sit on top of the wet paint and blend softly, but still keep that fluffy, layered texture. At At this stage, you'll notice the cat can look a little green, but remember, colour is always relative. What that means is a colour will appear warmer or cooler, brighter or duller, depending on what's sitting next to it. So once I start adding the background, those cool purples and muted greens, the fur suddenly looks more natural. Nothing's actually changed in the fur itself. It's the surrounding colours that shift how we perceive it. It's one of the most important lessons in painting. Don't judge a colour until it's living within its proper context. Once the first layer dries, I refine the tones, deepening the shadows and building the fur texture with short, directional strokes. I see that first layer as a blocking stage, mainly layering in those middle tones. When I move on to the refining stage, this second colour layer, that's when I start adding both the darker darks and the lighter lights, so we end up with a full range of colour. It's during this stage that I begin thinking about individual hair strokes and the direction of fur. Using a liner brush, I paint the hair inside the ears. Now for those finishing touches. I add the catch lights in the eyes, the little highlight on the nose, and finally the whiskers. For these, I thin my paint slightly and use a fine liner brush to create those crisp, flowing lines. It's a slow, careful process, but it makes all the difference in bringing the portrait to life. This full real-time lesson is part of my intermediate pet portrait course, where we go far more in depth with layering, fur textures, colour mixing and refining the realism. If you're newer to pet portraits, you'll also find my beginner pet portrait course inside the academy as well. Both are designed to help you paint with confidence and accuracy. You can find all the details for MazArt Academy and I'll leave a link in the description box below. Once again, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next painting.